my name is Ariana and I am a bikini competitor. I have been competing for 2 years now and have competed in a total of 6 shows. I just recently won my WNBF Pro card at the 2016 OCB Body Sculpting Open. Becoming a bikini competitor a few years ago, it was never a dream of mine. I never thought that I would be able to walk across stage wearing this much fabric in front of hundreds of people with confidence. No, never would have thought it, never would have jumped it. No. And that's because I was still kind of am, a very shy person, very introverted, didn't have a ton of confidence, and that's because when I was younger, I was bullied a lot. I was different than a lot of the other kids because I was born with speech impediments. I used to have a horrible lisp, a bad stutter, and I would a lot of the times go mute. Even when saying my name, if you asked me to say my name, I couldn't say it. I mean, I know my name, but I couldn't say it. So I was bullied a lot for that, and that gave me social anxiety. It made me a very unhappy person, a very scared person. But the reason why I decided to compete is because of my mom. 3 years ago, my mom got a phone call from her friend Danny. Danny called her up and asked if she would do a show with him, which was only 4 weeks away. My mom quickly declined, said, no, I am in my 50s, I have 2 kids, I haven't competed in years, it's not happening. And Danny quickly replied with, Susan, I only have 1 leg. So with that, my mom had no more excuses. She was doing the show. So I got to witness my mom for 4 weeks, break it down, have a hardcore prep, train insane in the gym, and then I had the pleasure of watching her and Danny compete, and it was my first experience being at a show, my first experience ever witnessing any sort of bodybuilding thing. So yeah, watching my mom, who thought that being 50 was a disability, walk across stage with so much confidence, and then seeing Danny, who lost his leg in a tragic car accident, walk across stage with the confidence of 1,000 men, was life-changing. I mean, I cried like crazy in that audience because it literally changed my life then. I mean, I learned that even though I think that I carry a disability with the way I talk and how I move my mouth and how it may be weird, it doesn't matter. What matters is who you are. So after that show, I told my mom, I want to do a show with you. Like, I'm ready. Let's prep now. And my mom was shocked, and so was I. I mean, I couldn't believe that I actually said, let's do a show. So we did. We prepped for 12 weeks, and I entered into my very first competition. And I went in, not thinking anything. I was like, you know what, this is going to be fun. This is going to be cool. I finally love myself. But I left there placing 5th among 40 plus other girls in my class. And that was pretty insane in my own mind, because I never thought I was good enough for anything. Never thought, people looked twice at me. Maybe twice at me to laugh, but not twice at me like, oh, she looks good. I never thought that. Like I said, I used to lack a ton of confidence. So after doing that show, I was like, wow, this is a fun process. Like, I'm learning my body, and I'm loving who I am. So my mom and I kept on doing it, kept on competing, and then a year later, her and I stumbled into an OCB show. And by stumble, I mean, her and I were prepping for a different show, and we were only 6 weeks into our prep, and we're like, okay, you know, it's a new year. Let's go ahead, drop into a random show and just get practice. Let's you know, get our minds right and just have fun. So we decided to drop into the 2015 OCB Body Sculpting Open, put on by Kevin Parrott, only with 6 weeks of prep, and it was so much fun. I mean, that show was like a family reunion, but with strangers. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, like I said, before that show, I had done 4 others, which were great. It was a lot of fun, but it did not compare to OCB. It was even more awesome is that you knew that everybody there was a natural competitor, and seeing how, you know, how much muscle these people have, and knowing that it's all because of their own sweat and their own tears and their own hard work. I mean, knowing that is awesome. So ever since that show that my mom and I stumbled into, we didn't want to go back to any other show. We wanted to stay with OCB, which led us to compete again the next year at the same show. And that's where I won my WNBF pro card. And like I said, it's like a family there. I mean, people who I don't even know were so happy for me, and that really made me love the whole process even more. So if you ever decide to compete, I would definitely recommend doing an OCB show or doing an all natural show. That's the best way. Be healthy, you know, be healthy. But yeah, if you do decide to compete, learn to love yourself first. That's probably the biggest advice that I could give any new competitor, any competitor who is competing again. Love yourself first. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My first show, yeah, I felt amazing on stage. I loved myself on stage. I finally had confidence, but I thought that the body that I had was the perfect body that I could have all the time. But that's not realistic. So after that show, I was like, oh, like, my body's not that great right now. I miss my body how it was on stage, and that really does mess with your mind and your mental health. So yeah, definitely learn how to love your body first. If you don't love who you are, make a change. You know, definitely you could do like a mini prep and get a body that you love and maintain it and know that you can maintain it. And then once you've learned to love who you are, then go and compete, go do a show. Another thing, trust the process. I am somebody who does not sometimes trust the process. I stress out a lot, and when I stress, I bloat. I'm like, oh, I'm doing everything I can, but now I have all this water weight. Ariana, calm down. It's okay. Trust the process. And another thing is, don't compare yourself to anybody else. This past year, I had to unfollow a lot of people on Instagram because I would compare myself to them, and they were beautiful. But every body is different. Every prep is different. So you can't compare yourself to the hotties that you follow on Instagram. You can't do that. Compare yourself to you. You know, take comparison photos and be like, I'm gonna be a better that, not a better version of this person over here. So yeah, trust the process, love yourself, and don't compare to anybody else. You know, only compare to yourself. Like I said, every person is different. But anyways, thank you for watching my video. I hope it helped in some sort of way, or hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you everybody for the support over the past few years. And I hope that I get to see some of you guys in the future, maybe at my pro debut in September in New York. Anyways, happy competing, everybody. Bye.